Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. William Ruto was in Narok County today for his campaigns. And his rallies today were not all that smooth. I want you to have a look at this short clip of some of the incidences William Ruto faced today in Narok. After which, as usual, we are just going to dissect them, to analyze them, and put them squarely where they belong politically. That's going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion. Have a look at this short clip. Yes, that's William Ruto in Narok County today. And you can see clearly that William Ruto is being heckled. Those crowds are cheering and shouting ODM. And William Ruto in the recent days has also been facing some such similar situations or incidences across the country. What does that mean politically? That's our analysis and discussion today. So if in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Yes. What does that mean politically? Yes. Having looked at that clip, ladies and gentlemen, I might be tempted to conclude here today that William Ruto is really declining very, very fast across the country. Just recently, we saw him in Kisii, and he faced similar situation or other action similar to that. He was also in Busia, it was the same thing. And then he was also in Kisumu, the same thing. And also in Kirinyaga and Embu, it was somehow similar. So it seems to appear that in the recent days, William Ruto has been facing a lot of hostility across the country. He has been facing hostility across the country. That only proves, beyond any reasonable doubt, that William Ruto's popularity is fast declining. It's declining very, very fast. And it's just a matter of time before actually William Ruto maybe becomes even irrelevant in Kenya's politics. That's something that comes out clearly. Secondly, that also proves beyond any reasonable doubt that Narok County, the Ma community, are still largely behind Raila Amolo Odinga. That's Narok. And you can see those residents or those people, as they are shouting their other things, the response from the crowd, ODM. An indication that ODM party and Raila Amolo Odinga is still the man to beat among the Ma, or rather in Ma community or in Narok. So I might also be tempted to again conclude that Raila has largely succeeded in locking his traditional core support basis. His traditional core support basis still seems to be intact. That also comes out very, very clearly from that incident. And if an election were to be done in Narok, or rather among the Ma community, and I'm talking out of not because of that incident alone, but also from what we are gathering on the ground. If an election was to be done, then Raila most likely will win the Ma community vote. That comes out very, very clearly. Yes. Another thing that comes out from that incident is that William Ruto, Kenyans largely do not have trust on William Ruto. Kenyans do not have trust in William Ruto, because in a video I did earlier on, William Ruto was even now forced to give some promises about Mau conservation. He was now forced to give some promises that whether he will keep or not is only God who knows. So William Ruto was forced to give some promises about Mau. So I can also say, ladies and gentlemen, that Mau forest, Mau conservation is also going to play a major role as to who the Mau community might vote for. Because Raila has been the face of Mau conservation. William Ruto and his political allies have been the face of Mau destruction. So we have here again William Ruto trying to promise the Mau community, or other residents of Narok, that he's going to conserve Mau. That's just an indication that heading towards 2022 election, Mau forest conservation is going to be a major issue. In fact, it's going to be the game changer as to who the Mau community might decide to vote for. Yes, that also comes out clearly. Another thing that I read from that whole incident is that William Ruto is not really a good schemer. He's not calculative. He's not looking at the bigger picture. And I'm saying that because William Ruto has made so many trips to Narok. So many trips. But it seems to appear, ladies and gentlemen, that the more trips he makes, the more the people start deserting William Ruto. So as a smart politician, who I believe William Ruto is maybe, he should take some break. It should take some break. Let him disappear a bit on the political stage. Let people long for him. But constantly going to Narok, he has been there. He was just there recently. When there was this incident, yeah, he has been there on several occasions. So William Ruto maybe should actually take a break. Let him give people some space to breathe. Then the people will just start longing for him again. I tend to believe the people are reacting the way they are reacting because of boredom. They have seen William Ruto every now and then. And there is nothing new William Ruto is actually telling them. So in one way or the other, those residents of Narok are just trying to disapprove of William Ruto's constant campaigns in Narok. They are not yielding anything meaningful, or William Ruto is not telling the Mau community or residents of Narok anything meaningful. Yes. Another thing that I can read from that again is that, ladies and gentlemen, as we head towards 2022 election, and this is something that I also insinuated in my earlier video. You know, Narok is part of Rift Valley. Narok is part of Rift Valley. So it seems to appear that William Ruto might only win the Kalenjin-dominated Rift Valley. But these other areas occupied by other communities, the Mau community, Mount Kenya, the Luyas, those regions might not actually go or vote for William Ruto. So we might see a situation where in Rift Valley, William Ruto will only manage to win votes, maybe if he will be lucky again, among the Kalenjins in Rift Valley. These other communities, their voting for William Ruto is not guaranteed. And that's what I insinuated in my earlier video, that I won't be surprised next year to find William Ruto only getting votes from his Kalenjin ethnic community. That's how our politics is actually wired. Somebody contesting for the presidency for the very, very first time, previous results have shown and proved that that candidate, unless supported by the government, that candidate likely only gets votes from his own ethnic community. We saw that with Raila when he first contested for presidency. We saw that with Kalonzo Musyoka and also other leaders. Those who are lucky to have managed to get votes from their communities. And we also saw that with Charity Ngilu. So William Ruto, heading towards next year's election, will not be an exception. He will just end most definitely, and I hope Kenyans will just remember this. William Ruto will just end up getting votes from his Kalenjin ethnic community. The perceived notion that is popular on the mountain too, that is also going to fade as we head towards 2022. That's actually going to fade. And the mountain, or rather Mount Kenya most likely, a good majority will identify themselves with their ethnic kingpin, who happens to be the president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, Just as I did indicate when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Give it a like. To any other person watching us outside Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if you have also not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. To our fans and subscribers here, I'm very, very much grateful and very, very much humbled for the kind of support you're giving me here by constantly giving our videos likes, constantly dropping your comments. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.